What makes narcissists such a bad investment is this thing called imposter syndrome. It doesn't matter how far a narcissist gets. Often they will never feel like they fit in or belong. They're always going to be envious, competitive, and jealous of their peers. And this is going to always be a problem. So when you're supporting these people and you're trying to help them advance, just understand the difference is that you can't get them on their feet. You see, if you become part of their support structure, one of their cheerleaders, they will become dependent upon you to constantly reaffirm and reassure them. Period. Point blank. End of story. So it's not like a typical help someone get on their feet scenario. You are the foundation of support that enabled this person, because you got to understand something. Faking it until they make it is how they made it. It's all fake. And so they're going to need, constant reaffirmation, reassurance. And in my lifetime and observing people that I know as they have moved through life, they never actually gain true self-confidence and self-awareness. That there's the next thing, the next fix, the next seminar, the next whatever it is, and it never quite lands. It's never enough. It's never enough. There's not enough success. It's almost like, well, what did you do for me lately kind of mentality. That they're always going to be under the same duress, the same pressure, that their identity requires ongoing maintenance, that there's no arrival, that there's no satiation of these fears and these insecurities. It is fundamentally who they are at the core. They're always going to need supply, and it doesn't matter what their life suggests. They could have aspired to great levels of achievement. It doesn't make a difference. It's insatiable. And even those things that they acquire and the things that they aspire towards is only to secure supply. And so there is no fulfillment coming. There is no end, and there is no break. There's no rest. That these people can never quench their thirst for admiration, for supply, for drama. It never happens. And so you as a person can buy into this illusion that, like, when you help somebody get on their feet, when they're having the kind of success that they think is so important, that this is going to bring them peace and fulfillment, and then it'll stabilize your life and relationship. And so you're going to invest in this person. You're going to try to contribute to them. You're going to try to help them get to that next level. They're going to get you to buy in on their dream and their whatever the case may be. But you will find it does not ever work. It doesn't happen. It never comes. That it's just an illusion. That they'll never find freedom, fulfillment, peace of mind, happiness, joy. It just never is possible. It's impossible. It's not. And in fact, the pursuit itself is how they get supply from you. Just your concern and your belief is all that they want from you. So there would be almost like no incentive of them getting where they need to be and then being able to relax, because it's not about relaxing, it's about supply. They're just chasing a different carrot. You're chasing potential happiness, freedom, enlightenment, joy. They're chasing supply. They're chasing mattering. They're chasing being somebody, coming from being nobody. And you can't. You can't fix them. They can't fix themselves. It's never going to happen. The fake it till you make it mentality is all that there ever will be. And I'm telling you, I know people right now that I've watched over couple decades, and there's people right now that I know that are in very high level executive positions, and they would still confide in me the same insecurities. They never go anywhere, never goes anywhere. And so their job could suggest that they're doing great. Their money, their ability to travel, they could have what it looks like everything all figured out. They're not any more secure today than they were before they started and embarked on that journey. and no more happy and no more fulfilled. It makes no difference. It's an inquenchable thirst. Might as well be a vampire. So that's what you have to understand, is that your support and your cheerleading and your supply will make no difference. It doesn't make the difference. Like it makes a difference, but the thing about it is that once you're positioned in that arrangement where you're there cheerleading, supporting, contributing to, that's your purpose. And that ain't going nowhere unless you get replaced. That's about it, because they're always going to need that. Those needs will never go anywhere. There's no amount of evidence, there's no amount of money or accomplishment that will make those feelings and those desires and those needs on the part of the narcissist to be vanquished. There's no amount of beauty that a woman can possess. There is nothing that anything outside of that person's mind, there's never going to be enough. It will never make a difference. There's never enough success. There's never enough of anything. They are never enough. Fundamentally, they will never be enough. Therefore, they can never get enough. And it's just inquenchable. And it can make people successful. Make no mistake that a narcissist can have a lot of material success potentially, but it will make no difference. It will not make them happy. It could make them even more miserable because of the futility of it and just how isolating it makes them. They've had to step on and betray all these people. And so, keep that in advisement, that if you're rooting for, you're trying to support, you're living in a delusion that when you help this person get on their feet, that there's going to be some return on your investment, it's never happening. They're complete users. There's never a return on your investment with the narcissist. Even if you were to help them get on their feet and have any measure of success, that's the only reason they had you. They will use you and throw you away. They will discard you. If you were to support this dude and help them get their shit together, they will be secretly, covertly resenting the fact that they needed you to do that, and then they will discard you and betray you for it. Because your discard and your betrayal is like almost inevitable anyway. So, faking it till you make it, imposter syndrome, it's, I think, a hallmark of the narcissist mind. Never quite fit in, never belong, always out of place, always faking it, always full of shit, always fully inauthentic. Never the real deal, always a copycat, always an emulator of other people, always envious, always jealous, always betraying others, always just trying to fit in and act like they have it together when they're truly, at the very core, fundamentally insecure. And there's nothing they could ever do to fix it.